Hello, my wandering souls, my fearless seekers. It is so wonderful to have you here with me today. We are going to talk about the blocks to creation in today's tarot reading. If you've ever felt performance anxiety, or you've doubted your intuition, or you feel creatively stuck, this reading is going to be for you. We're going to take a peek at what this block might look like, why it shows up, how to remove it, and even look at a hidden opportunity. Allow the messages to confirm what you already know or bring awareness to something that is hiding just beneath the surface. Take what feels correct, leave what does not. There are 3 piles for you to choose from. Use your intuition, you can choose one or all 3. Timestamps are in the description, and for those who would like a close-up of the cards today, let me do that for you right now. For Soul Path 1, we have the Blockage card. For Soul Path 2, we have the Courage card. And for Soul Path 3, we have the Fear card. So when you feel ready, head into the description, find the timestamp for your reading, and I'll see you very shortly. For those who chose the Blockage card, this reading is going to be for you. I feel like you're trying to keep something together, or maybe there's something about playing a game. So there's something about your block that is about you participating in some kind of game, keeping up with something. This could be the algorithm. This could even be a game that's not yours. That's the sense that I'm getting, is that you're participating in something that you haven't crafted, and it's maybe getting in the way. It's getting in your head is what I'm feeling here. But I feel like you, out of all 3 soul paths here, are more blocked. I don't want to say that because I don't know what the other soul paths are going to show me. But there's just, a significant blockage here. And it could also have to do with a cycle. Like you've been in this cycle or in this game for a really long time. And I feel you're kind of sick of it. So what does this block look like? Or what might it look like for Soul Path 1? What might this block look like? Nope. Not strong enough. That's strong. 7 of Cups. Yes. Okay. So whenever you feel confused, whenever you feel like you are trying to please an algorithm, please other people, please your audience, please somebody or align to somebody else's emotional needs before your own. Now, this is in the context of creation, so this isn't about everyday life, although feel free to apply if it fits, but I'm speaking to creation specifically, when you want to create something, put something out into the world, express something in some way, and you get blocked in doing so. Check to see where the desire to create this thing, to share this thing is coming from. Is it an authentic expression or desire of yours? Or is it something that you feel obligated to do? Again, I'm getting that game playing thing with this because you're trying to make everything fit into a single cup so that it appeases a broader audience, maybe multiple people, and it's pulling you away from what truly speaks to you. So why does this show up? Getting more information why it shows up, maybe in the context or maybe in the specific. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like it shows up when you're trying to manage too many things, or you're trying to do too many things all at once. So again, if you find yourself trying to gain momentum on something, and you're maybe putting your time or efforts, maybe your money in multiple things to kind of reach a broad audience or reach a whole bunch of people. And in that process, you end up creating from the space of aligning to the algorithm, aligning to whatever platform you might be posting or sharing on. And it's almost like you get caught up in the details of that process of posting, of sharing, of the app, whatever kind of technology it is, because there's something here that's throwing you off balance. So whenever, it's like you get tied up in the details. You get tied up in the logistics, it just feels like a time drain, whatever this is. And it shows up because there's too much focus on trying to make things just right for that algorithm or that broad audience. And so it's almost like you overwork something to the point where it kind of loses its essence. And maybe you're making decisions based on something that is not truly, authentically, intuitively something you would do. It feels more like a strategy. This is how you're supposed to do something. But that in itself kind of throws you off. So let's see how to remove this, or maybe get back to a sense of self, remove the blockage, stop playing the game. Ooh, I love this for you. King of Pentacles. And that is an energy of mastery. Oh, look at that. I feel like you run your own business. But that is the opportunity here. You might create for monetary gain. And I feel you might be in like the marketing weeds where it's like, okay, I got to figure out my target audience. I got to figure out my niche. I got to figure out all of these details. But it's like that is pulling focus away from your vision. And I feel that both of those things can exist, but you have to bring more of your vision into the mix. And how to remove that is to possibly manage your time a little more efficiently, to not try to do too many things. And also, there's something here about a business consultant, a creative consultant, somebody that can help you with what you're trying to do here. Not necessarily in the thing that you're trying to create, but in the external output. Like, okay, I have this thing that I want to share. Let's brainstorm some ideas on how to make money from it, where to show up, how often to show up. So there is a strategy there, but it's not you just trying a whole bunch of things. There's a little more structure to that from somebody that maybe has done it. So there's a suggestion here to outsource the details that are overwhelming or something that you may not have a lot of skills or a lot of time for, to someone that knows, that can carry that weight and can pull you forward. Delegation. Now, if that's not possible, this is learning how to do that for yourself. And that might mean spending time watching videos, getting really clear about what you're trying to create, what your big vision is. It's not necessarily in what do I need to do to get my stuff out there. You have to come back to what are my values? Why am I doing what I'm doing? That deeper, meaningful purpose. Once those two things come into alignment, then you can act from that place. You can then understand, if I value this, this, and this, and my purpose is this and this, then there will be a natural path to finding the audience that is going to like what you're putting out there. But I really feel it's kind of getting a little more strategic, maybe paring back. If anything, really investing your time maybe on the business end of things. So if you're really strong artistically and creatively, that's great. You have what you need for that part of it. But what about the rest? Is there a way that you can invest your time or money to be able to learn something, to attain something so that you can level up and not spin yourself on a hamster wheel trying to figure it all out and hoping that something's going to work, hoping that something's going to give. And the Emperor is also a delegator. So the Emperor doesn't do everything themselves. Yes, they might have all of the skills. Yes, they might have the passion for it, but the Emperor's time is precious. So he's going to employ the kings. The King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the King of Cups, the King of... what's the other one? Wands. To do what they do best. And he will just lead the vision. So there is something about leadership here. It's not just leading other people. It's leading yourself to make the decisions that will guide you forward, that will move you forward. So do what you can with the free stuff that you can find and see where that takes you. So let's see anything else to end Soul Path 1's reading about their blocks. One more card to send them on their way, please. Upbringing. That's interesting. What limiting beliefs or values were taught to you that still affect you today? What unresolved trauma or negativity have you experienced during your upbringing that still holds power over you? So this people-pleasing might have deep roots in your childhood, and this people-pleasing might also be part of a limiting belief or some kind of value that you were taught as a child. So that might be something to look into, to explore a little bit, get curious about without judgment, and see what answers might lie there for you. So that is today's reflection, my dear Soul Path 1. Like and subscribe if you'd like to continue exploring these messages with me, and head into the description for more ways to connect. Thanks again, and I'll see you in your next reading. For those who chose the Courage card, this message is going to be for you. So this Courage card reminds me of the Strength card in the traditional tarot. We'll see if it comes up. But part of your block to creation might be I wouldn't say your courageousness, although that could be something, but your confidence in creation. The courageousness that you might need to put something out, to create something, to build something. You might have low self-esteem. You might have doubts about what you want to create and how it's going to be or come to be. I feel you have the passion for it. I feel you have the desire for it. I feel you have so much inspiration to do something here, but you might be a little bit wary on that confidence. So whether this is getting on stage or, this is about visibility, the courage to be visible. Or the courage to create without perfection. So let's take a look at what this might look like. Yeah. So we got the Hermit in reverse, which is this extroversion of being seen for your gifts, your wisdom, for what you've learned. And just sharing your gifts is what I'm getting from that. I feel you might be a really introverted person, and what your block might look like might be in an arena where you are asked to speak, where you are asked to share, where you are asked to open up about something, where the spotlight might be on you. And why does it show up? We have the Two of Cups. Yeah. There's something about intimacy here. It's like you prefer one-on-one connections. You prefer private, intimate, safe containers where you can show up vulnerably and feel safe. So when there's something that breaks that, where it's like, okay, you're going to get on stage and do a TED Talk, or you're going to have, art at this art gallery opening, whatever it is, whenever it's you expressing yourself publicly, I feel like that's when the blocks start happening, the shutdown, the maybe the lack of confidence comes through. There could be a level of imposter syndrome that comes up, or an inner critic that gets really loud, which blocks you from doing these things. But I will say, because I feel you're here in this reading, you have this desire, but also this fear to be seen. So let's look at how to remove it. I almost want to say explore something in the way that you feel comfortable and confident doing so, and I feel like the rest will come. It's kind of like doing things in micro steps. So the 7 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is not about hiding who you are. This is about maybe expressing some of this, getting vulnerable. And maybe that's part of your gift here. We have the 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is your hidden opportunity. Yeah, it's like there's definitely some not enoughness coming through. And this 5 of Wands is Leo and Saturn. And Leo is a very confident, courageous, bold, expressive sign. And when it gets paired with Saturn, there's some limitations or restrictions to that expression, to that boldness. And with that restriction, you might have this sense that you are going to have to compete with people and prove yourself and be bold and wild and way out there and super extroverted, or else you're not going to be seen. And that might not be the truth when it comes down to it. There are a lot of introverts that are out there in the world and are doing their thing, and they are seen very publicly. If you are in the graphic design world, you might know Chris Do, and he is an introvert, but he's out there doing talks in front of people, sharing on social media. So this could just be to share who you are without feeling like you have to be someone else. Sharing what you're doing without feeling like you have to do it the way someone else does it. Just because someone else is loud and bold and in your face and public, that doesn't mean that you have to do it in that exact same way. So I feel part of your message here in how to remove the blocks is to do it your way. To be truthful and genuine and aligned with what you feel is who you are and how you want to do it. So this is all going to be a little bit of an experiment for you to see where your edge is and how you can kind of play with that edge a little bit. How you can start maybe creating intimacy with a small group of people and see how that feels. Spirituality, metaphysics, and philosophy. There might be some spiritual practices. Oh, and there's expression at the bottom of the deck too. Creative and self-expression, the way you choose to convey, consciously or unconsciously, on an idea, an opinion, or emotion. So yeah, if you are a creative person and creative expression is part of your path or your career or something that you want to do, I feel like this is your encouragement to be a little courageous in that. See where it takes you. Yes, it's okay to have a little bit of fear. That doesn't mean it's wrong. It's about building that capacity to hold that discomfort. So start small. And again, there might be some spiritual practices or maybe some philosophies that you can lean on, maybe doing some more exploration there to figure out how to show up as yourself without hiding, without shying away, without staying small, but being able to inch forward very courageously, little by little, so that you can not feel blocked any longer. And the strength was underneath that as well. So we do have the strength showing up, which was underneath that 5 of Wands. And I feel if you can get over that block of, I'm going to have to compete, I'm going to have to be like everybody else, I'm going to have to be louder, bolder, wilder, challenge that a little bit, play around with that and see where it takes you. So that is today's reflection, my dear Soul Path 2. Like and subscribe if you want to continue to explore these messages with me, and head into the description for more ways to connect. Thanks again, and I'll see you in your next reading. For those who chose the fear card, this message is going to be for you. Well, let's state the obvious. There might be some fear around creation, about being seen. This could be part of your block. Fears could be part of your block. You may already know this, which is maybe why you chose the fear card. So, not much to say on that, but let's get into your tarot and what is your biggest fear? What is your biggest fear? But also, let's get a sense for what it might look like, how it shows up, or why it shows up, and how to go about moving through this block. So what might this block look like? 7 of Wands. Yeah, when you're challenged, when you are maybe asked to be in front of a crowd, be in front of an audience, on stage is what I'm getting from that 7 of Wands. Maybe when your opinions or ideals or values are challenged in some way too. Or this could be part of this fear of like, I don't want to create because I don't want to be criticized. I don't want to be confronted with something. I don't want to have to overcome something. I don't want to be challenged in some way. So there's something about a block to expressing or a fear to expressing. And part of that could be this fear of being challenged, maybe having pushback, of having to stand up for yourself, of having to justify yourself in some way. And so because of that, why is this showing up? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This could be an inherited thing. But also this could be this need to break tradition. This could be a need to having to or wanting to do things your way. So there's something about an unconventional way of doing something which builds fear, which blocks you from moving forward. Again, you could have something to do with family here. There's a family legacy, maybe something you've inherited that you no longer want to carry. There also could be something here to do with money as well, something that you are given in exchange for your efforts. So there could be a worthiness here. There could be maybe a spending of money. Let's see how to remove that. How to remove this block. Yeah, maybe when you're paying for something, when you're paying money for something, or when somebody's paying you money for it, it's like you have to justify it. And you don't want to justify it. 6 of Pentacles, how to remove it. Yeah. Understanding that it's a reciprocal exchange for your talents, for your efforts. There could be some money blocks here. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, it's like Page of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So the hidden opportunity is to connect in with your inner child. There could be a suppressed inner child here, that fearful inner child here that is worried about that criticism, that is worried about that pushback. Maybe you feel like you're going to be judged for something. And so there's this energy of you rejecting money, you not charging for what your goods, your services are worth, because you feel you have to defend it in some way. And then so it's like, well, I'm just not going to charge that much. Or I'm just not going to charge at all. And so maybe that puts you in a financial deficit, and maybe that keeps you grinding and, working paycheck to paycheck because you feel you don't deserve or don't want to have that money. So that's interesting. A lot of the readings tonight had to do with creation, or that's how I intended all of the readings to be. But this one is a strong money block. And so because of that fear of judgment, fear of justification, it's like you suppress something in you. You don't want to be vulnerable. You want to protect that inner child. I don't know if you're familiar with Taylor Eaton, but she would be someone to maybe look at if you are feeling blocked with money. She has a lot of good content on that, and her community is great. Maybe you have a fear about being well off. Could be some money beliefs coming up there. But understanding that is, it is a give and take. So if you've created something, if you've put your time, energy, effort into something, that it's okay to open to receive energy for that in return, whether it's money or a trade of some kind. And it's also okay to receive help as well if you are struggling with money. Heal. So I do feel strong money energy here with that healing card, and this will help your expansion in this realm. This might heal that fear by mending, tending to the wounds to relieve the pain and attend to wellness and health. So yeah, healing those money wounds, healing your relationship to money, and maybe doing some inner child healing might be really helpful here as well. So that is today's reflection, my dear Soul Path 3. Like and subscribe if you'd like to continue exploring these messages with me, and head into the description for more ways to connect. Thanks again, and I'll see you in your next reading.